Good morning, everybody. And just when you think you got it all figured out, here comes something you never dreamed about. Life is so unpredictable. You got to let life flow. You got to let life flow.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Wonderful to see you. I'm going to turn the microphones off right now so that we can continue. There we go. Well, bonjour. Bonjour. It's not quite Fractured French Friday because I'm not prepared for that yet, but I thought I would just practice a little bit. Some of you who came in the last hour know that I am preparing by gathering all of my accoutrements that I will wear when it gets to be Fractured French Friday, but I haven't quite got them all together yet. And then next week I'm going to be traveling a little bit, so I'm not planning on doing it next week, but maybe the week after. Anyway, I'll tell you all about that later. It's the Morning Flow Show, aka your AM Daily Dose of Chi. I'm your host, David-Dorian Ross, the Blue Fairy of Flow. And some of you may know what I'm talking about here because I see you thinking about what we talked about the last hour. So in the last show, last half hour, I shared with you a story about something that I found waiting for me when I came out to set up this morning, and how that kind of was a great lesson for the day. And I'm going to share that with you in just a little bit here. But first, we're going to get up, Chi Boogie, do some of that kind of stuff. Are you guys ready? All right, let's make it happen. Go find a spot. I will turn on some music, change the camera angle here. Let me just make sure that that is looking good. That actually, when I put this camera on, it makes my face go, yeah. All right, that looks good to me. Here we go. All right. We'll just start with the arms floating out into space. How about that? Yes. Open your hearts even bigger. Open up the sky, the throat, the third eye, and the nose into the sky. And then bring it back in there and just float all the way down. Yeah. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sinking the chi. Hands float up to the outside. Drift right into the heart. Float all the way down. One more time. Breathe in. Float in. Breathe out. That's nice. All right, let's get this foot one step out to the side. And in front, the hands float up for open door. Yeah. Drifting back up. Breathe it out and just melt into the earth. Ah. Nice. Floating back up, and then let your hands just drift down by your sides and stay with me. Tick tock. Tick tock. Yes. Drifting side to side. Nice. Tick tock, and let this foot float out. Tap the heel down. Bring it back in. Tick tock. Heel and hand. Yes. And tick tock. And if you want to, it's heel, hand, and eyes. The eyes look out there. Yeah. Look down. Heel, hand, and other hand and knee, and the eyes look down the road. Big circle. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathe in. Pause it right here. Let's circle this hand around on top. The big round move. And then take the bottom hand and toss the figure away. Yes. And just roll it on back. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Let's bring it back on in. Big circle. Small circle. Big circle. Small circle. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take this hand and roll it back on around. And toss the frisbee away. Toss away. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out one more time. And play the peepop 3 times. Breathe in. Breathe out. Big circle. Small circle. Take it around. Beautiful. Circle around. Toss the frisbee. Breathe in. Nice. Last one. And play the peepop. Step in. Big circle. Small circle. Big circle. Breathe out. One more time. Circle this one around. And toss away. Gather together. Let it all go. Last one. Beautiful. And step on back in and hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back together. Hands flatten. Lift all the way down. Back to the beginning, sinking the chin. Drift in. Oh, very nice. Opening the door. Drift back up here. Hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Get this hand on top. Right? And step on in so I can step out and use the back of my hand to open that curtain. And float back on in. Open out. Nice. Open the curtain right here and then both hands drift forward. Slide on down. Toss away. Wave on in and push. Pull. Push. Beautiful. And open your heart right here. Open, open, open. Back over here on this side. This hand on top. Step on out and open out. Bring it back together. Open. Looking good this morning, you guys. Looking good, Carl. Woo. And here we go. Open the curtain in both hands. Slide on forward. Tickle it on back. Toss away. Beautiful. Open the heart right here. Open. Back of her on this side. Step on out. 2 times before we go. Last one, and then both hands slide on forward. Push. Pull. Push. Beautiful. Open the heart. That's fine. Stepping on out 2 times. times before we go. There's 1, 2. Open the curtain and slide both hands forward. Yeah, that's looking good. Excellent. Stay with me. Open the heart right here. Open, open, open. Back over here on this side. Step on in. And 2 hands to open the curtain. 2. 2, I say. Roll it on back. And push. Slide it on back. And push. And stay with me. Sit on back and open the palm to the sky. Catch the raindrop right in midair. Step out and toss all your cares away. Like scoop back and see if you can find any more cares inside the heart there. Just toss them out. Ah, beautiful. Stay with me. Circle on back, but this hand on top. Step on in. And stepping out, 2 hands to open the curtain. Ah, push. Beautiful. That's all I want. The answer is yes. Beautiful. And push. Sit back and catch the raindrop right in the middle of the air. Step on in. Stepping out. Spread your joy across the horizon. Share it out there. 1 more time. Ah, good. Circle on back. This hand on top. Step on in. Stepping out. 2 hands. Open the curtain. Nice. 1 more time. Sit back. Catch the raindrop. Step out and sprinkle it across the room there. 2 times. Yes, looking good. 1 more time. Circle back. This hand on top. Step on in here. Stepping out. 2 hands to open the curtain. Ah, very nice. 1 more. Beautiful. Then sit on back. Catch the raindrop. Step out. Single whip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one here. Release the hook. Come on down and hug the big tree. Bring it right back to center. Heel toe the feet together a couple of times. Step on and inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back together. Hands flatten. Lift all the way down. Very nice. And we go back to the beginning. Ah, just scoop up some chi. Bring it right into the heart. Round it down there. Nice. Inhale and open. Exhale, just melt on down into the earth. Floating back up. Tiger claws right there. Yes. Draw down, making loose little fists and draw up the front of the body. Open up to open palms and reach out to the sky. Ah, overhead. Then the tiger's claws become loose fists, holding on to that thick, heavy handful of chi, and then press it down to the earth. Tiger claws, loose fists, draw up the body, open up, grab it, pull it on down, push into the ground. All right, stay with me. The tiger claws draw up the body. Get ready. Leap all the way out there. Pounce. Ah, very nice. And then release. And all the way down to soften and undulate up. This foot's going to step out and Pounce. Yes. And bring it on back in. Now both feet together again. Leap out. Catch the turkey. Right. And then all the way down. This foot's going to come out. Pounce. Yes. Bring it on back. Undulate up one more time. Leap. And float it on down. And as you undulate up, the hands float out in front like you're opening the door. Hands just drift on down and stay with me. Sway side to side. Yeah. All right. Stay with me. The antlers pop right out there. Step out. Pivot and lean into it. Carrying the antlers all the way around, looking behind you. What's back there? Take it on back. And just sway side to side. Once. Twice. Third time's the charm. Here come the antlers. Ding! Step on out. Pivot. Lunge. Twist it all the way around. Bring it on back. 3 times. 1. Twice. 3 times. Here it comes. Step on out there. Take it over. And bring it on back. And the hands just float out in front like you're opening the door. And float on down. Stay with me, seeking the chi. Float into the heart, all the way down. Now, some of you have done this with me before. This foot just lifts up, and then lean into it. Lean, lean, lean. Boom! Wake up the neighbors. A swaggering bear. Beautiful. Bring it on back. And this foot comes up in the air. Lean into it. Boom! Swaggering bear. Yes. Take it on home. One more time. This knee comes floating up there. Lean into it. Boom! And sway in the breeze. Beautiful. All right, let's bring it on home. Hugging the big tree right here. Inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back together. Hands flatten. And just drift all the way down. Excellent. This foot's going to return. And on a TGIFF, thank goodness it's Flow Friday, I think a little bow is all I could ask for. Nice work. Beautiful work. Beautiful. Come on back in. Have a seat. Have a seat. While I take that off there. And for just a moment, I'm going to turn the mics back on. Awesome chi. All right. That's all the chi I need. I'm going to turn the mics back off again. So, hey, it's Friday, TGIFF. Remember, it's the day that you go out there, do some Tai Chi in public. Carl's going to run up and down semi-naked to the streets of Laurel. All right, forget the semi-naked part. But doing Tai Chi and then filming himself so that we can put it up on the Daily Chi blog. So I want to get you out of here and let you go do some stuff. I wanted to tell you a quick story. Some of you have heard the story because you came this morning earlier, but for some of you haven't heard this. But before we do that, before we get into the story, I want, in fact, I'm going to turn the mics back on again for just a second. A great big round of applause for Jeanette Delvin! Got herself in a couple of new classes starting this September. Woo-hoo! That's what I'm talking about. I want to celebrate every time that happens. I realize that we haven't done it enough, and I do also want to acknowledge all the other instructors. You know, every week I get emails and we talk about people going out and offering it to the local YMCA or the senior center or the community center. And you've all done amazing, amazing work. I don't want to leave anybody out, but so I want to start celebrating that as you do it. Let us know, and we'll give it a whoop whoop during class. All right. Okay, so this morning I got up and came out as early as I always do to set up here, And as I was getting near the door here where I do my setup, I noticed a little critter on the ground on the carpet right next to the door. And I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't quite see what it was. And I thought it was a wasp. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, if the girls get up and they come out here, they'll just freak out, and it'll be about 20 minutes of chaos about fear of wasps. So I better get rid of it. You know, that's what dads do. They get rid of scary insects. So I go to grab a tissue and do my horrible thing, and it moves. It like moves out of the way. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. It's even alive, so I better really get rid of it. And I go down, and it just as the last one before I did the deed, something inside me stopped me, and I looked closer at it, and it turns out it wasn't a wasp at all. It was a cricket. It was a cricket. And I thought, wow, I am really glad that I did not crush the cricket, right? Something in my childhood, we always thought of crickets as good luck, and we always wanted them in the household, and we didn't want to, you know, it was bad luck to kill a cricket. So I thought this is the kind of thing that happens to pay attention to, and maybe a lesson for me, and a lesson that I could share with all of you guys. So I went and I was studying, you know, what the crickets represent in folklore and mythology. And it turns out that crickets represent our intuition, our inner belief system. And they sing to us at night, reminding us of something that our intuition is trying to tell us that we should listen to. They show up in different parts of our households and our lives to give us a subtle reminder that you have an inner belief system that, that should be operating to help you make your choices as you go through the day. When we ignore intuition, when we crush the cricket because we're afraid it's actually a wasp, we're afraid that it might sting us, that's when life starts to go awry, if you will. You remember the cricket that's, you know, pretty famous in modern culture, Jiminy Cricket, right? Jiminy Cricket from the Pinocchio story. Well, it turns out that in the original Pinocchio story, Pinocchio kills the cricket. Like, that's the first thing he does. That's what sets his whole story of terrible tragedy in motion, is that the cricket begins to try to talk to him. The cricket represents his conscience, but being a wooden dummy, he doesn't want to have a conscience, so he kills the cricket. Fortunately for him, the cricket comes back as a ghost, and now he can't get rid of him. And so now he's talking to him all the time, just like our own intuitions inside our mind, inside our hearts. Right? It's the kind of thing that you want to pay attention to. We've talked a lot, you know, because it's a constant theme, about how we stay in harmony, how we stay in balance. It's actually a process of making choices. And when we learn the skill set, the process of making choices in our lives, and sometimes we come down to the moment of choosing our option. We've got 3 or 4. We've actually got more than one option that would work in this situation. So at that point in time, we've sort of filtered them through universal laws. We've looked at our own personal values. We've bolstered our willpower. We're all ready to, and I'm like, okay, so which one of these leftover 4 do I go with? And that's the moment when we listen to the inner cricket. That's the moment when our intuition will speak to us and point us towards the one which is a little bit more powerful than the other ones. And so my students ask me all the time, so how do I know? A lot of times I'm just worried that it's my head playing games with me. Like, how do I know if it's really my intuition or just like talk? Have you ever wondered about that? Like, how do you know? Well, here's the thing. If you have to ask the question, it's just your head. If you actually have a question in your mind, is this my intuition? Is this my mind playing tricks on me? It's always your mind playing tricks on you. Because the intuition, by definition, is this, yes, of course, right? That's how intuition feels. Duh, it's not even a question. And if you have to ask, it's not the intuition, right? So keep your crickets alive. Don't crush them. They'll sing to you. They'll tell you what to do. And that's my thoughts for this morning. And thank you to the cricket, wherever he went, for that. And thank you guys for letting me share that with you. Appreciate it. All right, well, listen, it is TGIFF. Got to get you out of here. A couple of quick announcements. John Paul is still not here. He's out doing wonderful things. He'll be here tonight at 5 o'clock for the Evening Flow show on Friday with toys. So come and join him for that. And then tomorrow morning, still here in the in-laws remote sending center for Chi. I'll be here for Mostly Silent Saturday. Come and join me for the semi-impossible. And we'll talk more then. In the meantime, we'll have a wonderful Friday. Film yourself if you can, whether you're semi-naked or not. Doesn't matter to me. And keep your hearts open. Take some time to play. And no matter what life throws at you, listen to the song of the crickets. Get the soul flow. I love you guys. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.
To blow your mind. And one thing I know for sure.